Hi, so one of my savior decks has the token Cadet, and it got me really excited about the potential combos with this card. So Cadet reads Destroyed, Ready Cadet's most powerful neighbor, and it's 1 power, so that means it's very easy to destroy. You can destroy it by fighting. So provided your deck has the appropriate amount of token generation, which this deck does, you can end up with a line of cadets, 4 or more. And the potential combos with the other cards in Star Alliance is very interesting. So I believe Cadet combos very well with these 2 cards in the deck, CXO Tabor and Scout Chief Courtier. So let's take a look at how this works. Let's assume that you have a line of cadets. So these are your cadets that you've made over your previous turns. Now let's also say you have a couple other creatures. And in your hand, you have your CXO Tabor and a couple of other cards that you want to play. What you can do is call Star Alliance, play your CXO Tabor next to your cadet, and now you need creatures on the opponent's side of the field. And what you'll do is fight your cadets one by one into the opponent's creatures. So you can fight a cadet. This will be destroyed because it's 1 power. And then you can ready your CXO Tabor. Then you can reap with this. Use one of your creatures. So you can use Pelf to fight, for example. And then you'll use your next cadet to fight, which is destroyed. And you ready your CXO Tabor. And now you can use your CXO Tabor, play one of your cards, use one of your other creatures, so on and so forth. And so you're pretty free to do a lot of stuff and getting a little damage onto your opponent's creatures instead of just reaping with some 1 power creatures. Now with Scout Chief Courtier, in this case, what I'm going to do is when I get my ability to ready Scout Chief Courtier, it's just going to reap, and I'm going to be able to make another token. So in this way, I'm not getting additional value from getting to use other creatures from out of house or getting to play other cards. I'm simply getting damage from my cadets fighting and getting to refill my board of cadets with the Scout Chief. But Scout Chief gets way more interesting when combined with cards from out of house, so stick around for that later. So I looked through the card pool in Star Alliance and Winds of Exchange for other synergies with the cadets. So the first card I could work with is Specialist Guthrak for Amber Control. So fighting these off, you can ready your Specialist Guthrak and use that multiple times to capture multiple Amber. For another form of Amber Control, it appears that Hapless Cadet has been reprinted with Destroyed, your opponent loses 3 Amber. So you can play that next to your cadets, fight one off, and ready your Hapless Cadet so that you can fight with this and make your opponent lose 3 the turn you play Hapless Cadet. And speaking of reprints, did I not see that Hings and Gross were reprinted? Because that means you can do the Rocketeer Triska thing in Winds of Exchange with cadets. Draw 1 card for each creature between Comm Officer Hings and Comm Officer Gross. You can do that as many times as you have cadets. Comm Officer Hings and Comm Officer Gross could be better in Winds of Exchange than they are in Dark Tidings. Now, fighting is not the only way to trigger your cadets' destroyed abilities. There are plenty of cards in the sets that can do damage to friendly creatures, such as Photon Blast in Star Alliance, and this will create another cadet after you've destroyed your other ones. This can destroy multiple cadets, meaning it can ready multiple creatures. I could play Photon Blast and destroy these 3 cadets, which would ready these 2 creatures. And you can do this out of house, so you can ready creatures in other houses. Like in this deck, I can use the Berserker Slam to potentially destroy Cadet and ready one of my Brobnar creatures. But you just have to get creative see what's available to you in your deck. And there are even rule of 6 combos with Cadets in Winds of Exchange. So take Legionary Trainer and Scout Chief Courageer. You have your Legionary Trainer out. This makes friendly token creatures enter play ready. And so if you have a Scout Chief Courageer, you can just play this, and it's going to make your Cadet come in ready. And as long as you have things on the opponent's side of the board to fight with your Cadets, you can then fight with this Cadet, which readies your Scout Chief. And then you can reap with this, and that creates another token, which comes in ready. And you just continue this cycle until you hit 6. So that's 6 Ember right there. Scout Chief Courageer also combos with Autocannon. Autocannon will deal 1 damage to your Cadets when they come into play. So if I play my Scout Chief here and it creates a Cadet, it's immediately destroyed by the Autocannon effect, and Scout Chief is readied. And then I can reap with this, and it creates another Cadet, and the cycle continues. So that's 2 rule of 6 combos for Cadet in Winds of Exchange. And don't forget about the card Sealander. So really, the sky's the limit with out-of-house combos with Cadet. So let's all see what we can put together. Do you have any cool Cadet combos? Write them in the comment section below.